Honest J. Nowak. Oh yeah. A pleasure to meet y'all at last, and welcome back to Honest J. Nowak. And so now, for today's topic, I'd say I'm going a little bit on the mile stretch here, but that's only because there's a lot of business that I need to tend to here. And so for today's topic, I'm going to get started by talking about senses. Of course, the main 5 senses that we happen to have would include sight, smell, touch, taste, and hearing. But most of the time, it's a debate on whether or not we actually will have more than just 5. Many of those fictional ones, like the Sixth Sense, the vision of the future, pre-crime, or the spider sense even, it's as essential to at least get to know what the possibilities of it could pretty much be. There are a lot of different ways you can probably look at it, but many of us would probably agree that just having 5 is already good enough. And of course the main thing about it is that blindness and deafness and numbness, alongside a few others, even though most of the time the thought of losing smell or taste is possible, it's actually a pretty rare occurrence. It is absolutely rare to have someone in your life who cannot taste or smell, as opposed to someone who's blind, deaf, or numb. But in most cases, numbness can be temporary, especially if someone has Novocaine in their jaws, or if someone might have slept on their leg for too long. Then those kind of numbness sensations can pretty much be considered temporary. But otherwise, in the fact of losing a limb, for example, that would be permanent loss of certain feel towards a certain part of the body that you originally had before it was chopped off. But as for blindness and deafness, I mean, they're pretty common, especially for people who are getting older, or for people who have looked at the sun for too long, or have heard way too loud of sounds, like the explosion of volcanoes. Volcanic eruptions and looking at the sun for too long, those can usually be considered ways that you can lose your vision or your hearing. Other times, some people can be born with it. My sympathy goes to anyone out there who's watching this video, or hearing this video, pretty much. But just know that I will offer subtitles to everyone out there. In addition, I'll figure something out to those who can't necessarily hear pretty much, or see. I will figure out ways to pull that off, but other than that, let's just be proud of who we are, and that we still got most of our senses left. Unless you have a mixture of these permanent disabilities. But in that case, I'm Jay Nowak, and this has been Honest J. Nowak, and I will return with a lot more here. But if you want to see more, go down to my channel. Make sure that you like, subscribe, comment, follow me on social media, and stay on the Hollywood side.